Thank you, Mrs. Wan.
I just wanted to say that we kind of feel awkward here when you're trying to look for an attorney, and here is a third branch of government that can do something about what you're airing out. And again, I mentioned earlier that we appreciate your input with regards to this issue on whether or not the legislature should reject the executive order by the governor. And I can commit my colleagues in the Senate that whatever your opinion on this issue, we will support. If you tell us that we should reject it, we trust in your judgment. We feel that you deserve the right to be heard, and we will represent your interests, and we will reject the executive order so that you don't need to find an attorney. And I respectfully urge my colleagues in the House to do likewise, to reject the executive order. We talked earlier about legal fees and how it's wasting meager retirement resources. So we want to avoid that. And let me tell you, one of the main reasons why the retirement fund board went to bankruptcy, to the federal bankruptcy court, is because these board members themselves appointed by the governor. The governor appointed them because he had every confidence in their ability, in their experience and knowledge to represent you people. This very board submitted that they don't trust this government, this governor, and this legislature in trying to assist them, and so for that reason that they run and seek protection at the federal court. That's the only reason why they're there. So it's unfortunate that this is the situation. The board of trustees or the retirement fund do not have any confidence that the governor is going to help them, so that's why they're running there. And had the governor called them in and sat them down and said, this is our plan, this is what I intend to do, this is how we're going to recover and give you confidence, these board members would not have run. They would have said, okay, governor, we'll start talking meeting with the legislature, and they would not have run to federal court. That's what happened here, because again, I don't know how to say it out without sounding political. The governor simply doesn't care about this retirement fund program. I'm telling you this. And so what you need to do is go to this branch of government, the legislature. And I cannot say now that we don't care. I'm just saying that pressure this branch and work with this branch, because other than resolution or laws, legislative initiative doesn't need the governor. Legislative initiative by 3/4 votes of each houses will send this legislation to the people, to you the people. We don't need the governor to sign off on legislative initiative, but you surely need 3/4 of the members. Once we see that it's not moving forward, then I encourage you to look for attorneys. But I think that we need to start every effort with the legislature now. But of course, we cannot do much with legislative initiative only because we have to wait for the election, and then it's going to be months before we can feel any impact by the legislation that we pass. But you know, we can pass laws now and we can override the governor. The governor will not support it. But one thing there I must say is that we need commitment from lawmakers. And you know, I don't want to sound like you know, I'm the only one and everybody else is not trying their best, but I think we need to get everyone to focus and realize. I wish my other colleagues, both House and Senate, can be here to hear your sentiment, because really, you know, this is not way into the future, this is just in a few years. You know, Mr. Sablan is very correct. You know, we owe this, the court already decided, made a determination. So I wish that while we're talking about Social Security, we're talking about other plans, somebody can be talking about meeting that obligation, that debt by this government, the 300-some million, but nobody's talking about that. You know, I have to say that I respect the bias in her eagerness to see the senior legislation passed, but that's just one of the legislation, and even if we were to support that, that's just one of the many legislation that we need to work on. And I respectfully ask the House that since the Senate, the initiative is being worked out for the people to vote in November, that we await for that decision, and if that's rejected and we still need it, that's something that we can talk about down the road. But for now, we need to work, even if it means we take MPLP trust money, maybe it's only $4 million, that's $4 million, give it to the retirement fund. Anyway, we always take that at the end of the year and use it for something else. Give it to the retirement fund, that's $4 million. If we pass the golf course legislation, and you know, that one will extend it from 40 years only to 99 years. I'm sure that if I'm the owner of a golf course, I'm going to come out with 30 million, even if it means 5 million a year. But that's 5 million a year that is not there, that now goes to the retirement fund. And by the way, that's 150 hectares that you have as leverage for the future. And so that's another 5 million. 5 million there, 5 million there, 7 million there, 4 million there. We're doing something, at least we're doing something. But you know, in all of this, I'm very surprised that we haven't done anything in the legislature to at least show that we're aware of the obligation, the $300 million. So, Mr. President, I'm just saying, can we work with the lawmakers and work on the bills that are being introduced and that one house or the other have passed? And let me give you as an example. The governor, I don't know how many times you've heard it in the newspaper, on television, that he has a plan to give fee simple ownership to developers. And, you know, while we might agree or disagree, that's not the point. The point is, he's been talking about this for 2 months, 3 months. And every day I will ask, is there anything that he has drafted? And he hasn't drafted anything. And next thing I know, the speaker introduced something, but it's still sitting in the committee, I guess. But I want to get something from the House that I can amend or work on and send back, so that maybe we try one bill. Let's try to send one bill to the government, the only bill on retirement that's of revenue concern that the governor has received. It's a 226. House Bill 17, that's 226. That's the only bill, and it's been vetoed, and we're going to want to support that. My point is, we haven't seen any legislation that will create revenue passed by this legislature, and I hope that we can work with the legislature so that we can get some of these bills out, so that if the governor vetoes it, let's override it. If it's really a good bill, if not, let's do something else. Thank you.